Republic.
Thank you for joining us on This is Exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. A story that we broke here at Republic TV on Sunday. We brought you pictures of women, 175 to 180 women at a sterilization drive in Madhya Pradesh. A story that shockingly no other media house is even reporting on the conditions in which sterilization drive took place in Madhya Pradesh. Our focus continues to be on that story as we continue to ask some very uncomfortable questions. Here are the headlines on This is Exclusive this Monday evening. "175 sterilization surgeries conducted in less than 2 hours to 3 hours. One sterilization in 2 minutes. A shocking state of medical health care being reported from Madhya Pradesh."
Bhupen Bora's resignation carries a symbolic message that Congress has lost its last Hindu leader.
Big blow to the Assam Congress 2 days before Priyanka Vadra's visit. Bhupen Bora, the former chief of Assam Congress, quits and then escapes the meeting with Congress leaders midway. Sources say that he's tired of Muslim appeasement politics in Congress. Manishankar Iyer loses the plot, goes all out now against Rahul Gandhi and his coterie rightly, but then attacks Republic when questioned. Appears to be a little unhinged. Clerics target Muslim woman Tamanna, who took part in the Kawad Yatra with a tilak in Sambal, Uttar Pradesh. I'd like to start with the pictures coming in from Dhar, Madhya Pradesh. It's a story being reported only by Republic TV, ladies and gentlemen. For some reason, nobody's even talking about it. Take a look at these pictures. Disturbing images that have emerged from a government sterilization camp in Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh. Now, what do you see in these pictures? You see almost 40 to 50 women who are lying on the ground. Each of them has just gone through a sterilization drive, Nasbandi, sterilization drive. And what you will also see is that there is not a single medical facility, there is no bed. They are all tribal women lying flat on the ground. And then we are told that there is no doctor, there is no government doctor, a private doctor was hired to ensure that the women go through the sterilization drive. There are no medical facilities, no beds. There is no place inside the health center. They're lying on the floor after sterilization, all of them writhing in pain. And this is the picture that came in from Madhya Pradesh. Now, how is it that these women were allowed to go through this surgery? And the people in charge tell us that each surgery took 2 minutes. How can you conduct a surgery in 2 minutes? Is such treatment reserved only for India's poorest? There is negligence at many layers here. Unimaginable medical negligence. We'd like to play out some of the reports. We are the only channel reporting from there. And this is a government sterilization drive. How can you put women through this kind of a treatment? We spoke to some of the victims. I'd like to get the first-hand account of the victims and what they went through. The women who were there went to get sterilized. And listen into what each of them had to say about what they went through at this health center. This was a government drive, mind you, in the heart of Madhya Pradesh. Take a look at this. Hear what they have to say today.
धार जिले के बाग सामुदायिक स्वास्थ्य केंद्र में गंभीर लापरवाही उजागर हुई है। कुछ घंटों में 175 महिलाओं की नसबंदी करा दी जाती है। ये हॉस्पिटल है, सामुदायिक स्वास्थ्य केंद्र है और यहाँ पर हम आपको दिखाते हैं कि किस तरह से 3 घंटे में 175 महिलाओं के ऑपरेशन तो करे, नसबंदी उनकी कर दी गई और उसके बाद उन्हें कहां पर, ये वो स्पॉट है जहां पर महिलाओं को खुले में लिटा दिया गया। ये जो आप हॉस्पिटल के अंदर की जगह देख रहे हैं, ये जो परिसर है, यहाँ पर ही खुले में जो महिलाएं हैं उन्हें लिटा दिया गया था। यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं गंदगी का भी अंबार है। यहाँ इसी गंदगी के बीच इतनी चिलचिलाती धूप में 13 तारीख को एक जो महिलाएं हैं जो नसबंदी कराने आई थी उनको इस तरह से यहाँ पर लिटा दिया जाता है। क्यों लिटाया जाता है? क्योंकि हॉस्पिटल में बेड की कैपेसिटी ही 30 की है, लेकिन नियमों को ताक पर रखकर 175 महिलाओं की नसबंदी कर दी जाती है। अब आप समझ सकते हैं कि ना यहाँ पर कोई टेंट लगाया जिससे कि धूप से उन्हें बचाया जा सके, ना यहाँ पानी पीने की व्यवस्था थी, ना यहाँ पर कोई और व्यवस्था थी। ऐसे में खुद बीएमओ ये मान रहे हैं कि संक्रमण का खतरा बढ़ता है। इसके बाद भी मरीजों के साथ महिलाओं की जान से खिलवाड़ किया गया, उन्हें इसी परिसर में खुले में लिटा दिया जाता है, जो कि एक गंभीर लापरवाही है। अब हालांकि भले ही स्वास्थ्य विभाग जो है उन्होंने कारण बताओ नोटिस भी दिया है, पुराने जो बीएमओ थे जिनके समय ये नसबंदी हुई उन्हें हटा दिया गया है, लेकिन आप समझ सकते हैं कि एक सामुदायिक स्वास्थ्य केंद्र में जहां पर कि यहाँ कम आर्थिक रूप से कमजोर लोग नसबंदी कराने आते हैं, सरकार की योजना है उसी के तहत वो यहाँ पर ऑपरेशन कराने आते हैं, लेकिन उन्हें जमीन पर लिटा दिया जाता है। बेड नहीं होते हैं, बेड की व्यवस्था नहीं की जाती है। नियमों को ताक पर रखकर एक दिन में कुछ घंटों में 175 नसबंदी कर दी जाती है, जो कि मध्य प्रदेश स्वास्थ्य विभाग की बड़ी लापरवाही को उजागर करता है। सुनीता जी, आपकी नसबंदी यहाँ बाग सामुदायिक स्वास्थ्य केंद्र में हुई है?
बाग से हुई।
बाग में ही हुई है ना? कब हुई थी?
शुक्रवार को।
अच्छा, कितनी महिलाओं की नसबंदी हुई उस दिन?
इतने होगी 100 कितने होगी कितने होगी?
हाँ, मेरे को 175 की हुई।
इतनी होगी?
हाँ।
मैं ध्यान नहीं रखी इतनी।
आपको कितने का अंदाजा था कितनी हुई है, कितना की?
मैं इतने होगा 100 इतना होगा।
आपने देखा कई महिलाओं को नीचे फर्श पे लिटा दिया था?
मैं अंदर रूम में थी, मैं बाहर ध्यान नहीं रखी।
चूंकि बेहोशी का इंजेक्शन भी लगाया होगा?
हाँ, लगाया होगा।
आप बाहर नहीं देख पाए?
बाहर नहीं देख पाए, अंदर ही थे रूम में।
लेकिन बाहर अव्यवस्थाएं काफी ज्यादा थी, वो आप नहीं देख पाए, लेकिन आपको मालूम है ऐसा हुआ था?
हुआ हो, मैं नहीं ध्यान रखी इतनी।
अच्छा, बाकी कितनी? सुनीता की जो सास है उनसे हम बात करेंगे, क्योंकि सुनीता अभी बात ज्यादा नहीं कर पा रही हैं। आप बताइए माता जी, अपनी ये बहू जो है आपकी, इनका क्या नाम है?
सुनीता की।
अच्छा, हाँ,
हाँ?
इनको
सुनीता।
आप ले गई थी इनको हॉस्पिटल?
हाँ, मैं ले गई थी।
तो वहाँ क्या क्या दिक्कतें थी, क्या क्या परेशानियां थी हॉस्पिटल में?
कई ऐसे बिस्तर पर लोटाड़ी थी ना,
जमीन पे लेटा दिया था?
जमीन पर ये तकिया मकिया नाक के लोटाई दी थी।
और एक ऑपरेशन में कितना टाइम लगा था?
ऑपरेशन? हाँ, हाँ, मैं वहाँ ऑपरेशन, हाँ, बाहर थी।
बाहर थे? अच्छा, अब कितनी महिलाएं रही होंगी जिनकी नसबंदी हुई?
महिला तो बहुत थी।
अच्छा, और बाकी व्यवस्थाएं गड़बड़ थी क्या वहाँ पे? मतलब डॉक्टर हालचाल ले रहे थे, नहीं ले रहे थे? दवा समय पे दी जा रही थी, नहीं दी जा रही थी? खाने पीने की सुविधा थी या नहीं थी?
हाँ, गोली दी।
और बाकी चीजें?
बाकी चीज नहीं दी,
कुछ नहीं किया। भूरी, ये बताओ कब आपकी नसबंदी हुई थी?
शुक्रवार को।
अच्छा, कितनी महिलाओं की नसबंदी हुई वहाँ?
वहाँ पे 200 थी।
अच्छा,
हाँ।
और उनमें से एक आप थी?
हाँ, मैं थी।
अच्छा, कितना समय लगा आपकी नसबंदी करने में डॉक्टर को?
ये 5 मिनट लगा, फिर वहाँ से निकाल के रूम में लौटा दिया।
आपको क्या जमीन पे लिटाया था?
हाँ, जमीन पे गद्दे बिछा के।
और वहाँ तो धूप भी आ रही थी, कोई टेंट नहीं लगाया, धूप से बचने की व्यवस्था नहीं थी, जमीन पे फर्श पे लिटा दिया था?
हाँ, हाँ, जमीन में ही लुटा दिया था।
कितने देर तक आप जमीन में रहे वहाँ पर?
वहाँ पे ज्यादा देर नहीं रुके, मेरे पापा ले आए थे इको भाड़ा करके।
अच्छा, कोई एम्बुलेंस वगैरह ने छोड़ा भी नहीं आपको?
हाँ, कुछ नहीं छोड़ा।
अच्छा, कितनी और महिलाएं ऐसे जमीन पर लेटी हुई थी?
वो तो बहुत सारी लेटी हुई थी, पर वो तो वहीं पड़ी थे, हम आ गए थे मेरे पापा लेके।
अच्छा, तो जब आप लोग जमीन पे वहाँ पे लेटे हुए थे, मतलब हॉस्पिटल में बेड नहीं थे, आपको हॉस्पिटल के अंदर ही जमीन पे लिटा दिया था, वहाँ पानी, हवा के लिए पंखा या बाकी व्यवस्थाएं थी?
कहीं नहीं, दूरी थे, पर पैसा नहीं था, पंखा वंखा कुछ नहीं।
तो तकलीफ तो हो रही होगी आप लोगों को वहाँ?
हाँ, बहुत गर्मी होती थी, खाना पीना भी कुछ नहीं थी।
तो ऐसे में तो इन्फेक्शन संक्रमण का भी खतरा था।
ये तो इंजेक्शन लगाया था साइंस।
लेकिन ऐसे धूप में छोड़ दिया, जमीन पे लेटे हैं, वहाँ गंदगी भी थी, तो ऐसे में संक्रमण हो सकता था।
हाँ, होता।
तो क्या जो इस लापरवाही के लिए जो जिम्मेदार हैं उन पर कार्रवाई होना चाहिए?
हाँ, होना चाहिए क्योंकि
Okay, I'm going across to Dr. Sonal Batla. She's the director and HOD at Yatat Hospital for Obstetrics and Gynecology. And she's also someone who has for several years now, for 17 years, providing free surgical services in remote villages of India. And her team has conducted over 6,000 surgeries in such remote villages. I want to go to the full frame pictures, first of all, Dr. Sonal, just to show our viewers of how the conditions under which these surgeries, these sterilization drives were conducted. They tell us that in fact, the doctors there say that we took 2 minutes per sterilization drive. I mean, the condition in which this has been done, I'd like to get your view on the kind of risks that women face and your view on this surgical drive, this sterilization drive.
Thank you, Vivek. I think it's a very difficult task to conduct so many surgeries in such a short time, but the team must have developed their infrastructure to do so. And I must bring you the ground realities of how do we operate in remote locations. In remote locations, you don't get an easy access to doctors. You must also realize that this team has protected 175 women from abortion-related complications and peripartum mortality by sterilizing them. Now, I will also say 3 cheers to the team because it is not that because the team worked hard to do so. The problem is that the government infrastructure is not good. You see, no government doctors. They are interested in staying in remote locations and operating at remote locations because they are young, they are inadequately trained, and they are scared of complications and medical legal implications. So they have hired a private doctor to do the surgeries there. I must say that the government must provide better infrastructure and they should provide better services in remote locations like schools and services so that the doctors who are young, they would love to stay at remote locations and serve the masses.
Look at the conditions, ma'am. I mean, I'm sure the politicians who are in charge of the health portfolios in these governments wouldn't allow their own families to go through such a sterilization drive. They go on record to say that we completed one. They say we completed each surgery in 2 minutes. Capacity was 30. They say we usually do 30, but we did 180. They say that we had to call in a private surgeon, etc. But it's sad because we know the complications that are involved in the long run for women, right? They wouldn't do it to anybody else. They do it to the poorest of the poor. That's the whole point.
Because they are located at remote locations, they don't have any infrastructure. And if a doctor is reaching there to do the services, I think that's also a big thing. It is the services which are poor, not the doctor.
Yeah. And exactly, what are the kind of risks, ma'am, in when you do a surgery like this in 2 minutes?
See, it is very difficult. You may cause any kind of injury to the internal structures, but then there is no backup in remote locations, you see. There are no blood banks. It is very difficult to operate in such situations.
Yes.
And only skilled surgeons can operate there without any infrastructure.
Yeah. And is this common? You're saying that this is common? This happens across the country?
There are no services in remote locations in India. The structures are big, but there are no infrastructures.
So this is like commonplace, like when a sterilization drive is conducted, this is common.
Yeah, it is a common surgery which is conducted in remote locations, and it's with a good intent because these women, if they undergo unsafe abortions and complicated deliveries, then obviously the mortality would increase. So the government is trying to reduce the mortality by getting these women ligated. But you see, the infrastructure is definitely not good in remote locations.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I want to play out what this medical officer said at that particular health center. We've been reporting from there. Listening to what they said, ma'am. This is what they say on record. They admit to it. They talk about how they have absolutely no facilities.
सर आपका शुभ नाम?
मैं डॉक्टर एच.एस. मोवेल।
एच.एस. मोवेल साहब, ये बताइए कि किस तारीख को ये नसबंदी करवाई गई थी?
13 फरवरी को।
कितने लोगों की नसबंदी करवाई गई?
175
महिलाओं की।
जी।
अच्छा, और नियम क्या कहता है, कितनी महिलाओं की एक दिन में नसबंदी की जाती है?
केस मैक्सिमम करा सकते हैं।
30 केस मैक्सिमम करा सकते हैं। तो 175 क्यों करा दी गई, इसका कोई वजह क्लियर हो पाया?
अब क्यों करा दे वो तो उस समय वाले बता पाएंगे। मैं तो उस समय प्रभार में था नहीं।
अच्छा सर, ये पूछ रहे हैं कि जब ये नसबंदी कराई गई 175 महिलाओं की, तो उसके बाद यहीं पर खुले में महिलाओं को लिटा दिया गया था, अव्यवस्थाएं थी, तो ऐसे में कितना खतरा होता है संक्रमण का?
हाँ, थोड़ा बहुत संक्रमण का तो रहता है। जैसे केस बढ़ते थोड़ा रख रखाव में व्यवस्था में भी डिस्टर्ब होती है, लेकिन ऐसा कोई पोस्ट ऑपरेटिव कॉम्प्लिकेशन या अभी तक कोई दूसरा कोई कॉम्प्लिकेशन से हमारे पास है ऐसा कुछ नहीं, सभी केस सुरक्षित है।
मतलब आपका कहना है कि जो 175 महिलाओं की नसबंदी हुई उसमें किसी को कॉम्प्लिकेशन नहीं आया?
कॉम्प्लिकेशन नहीं हुआ।
लेकिन इस तरह से जमीन में लिटा देना, पानी की और बाकी चीज़ों की व्यवस्थाएं न होना, इससे संक्रमण का खतरा तो होता है?
थोड़ा बहुत रहता है।
तो क्या इसमें जो बीएमओ थे जिनकी लापरवाही एक तरीके से कहना चाहिए सामने आई है, उनको क्या कोई इतनी ज़्यादा नसबंदी कराने से कोई फ़ायदा, कोई इंसेंटिव या टारगेट पूरा करना था उन्हें, इसलिए ऐसा किया उन्होंने?
ऐसा तो फिर वही बता पाएंगे कि उनको टारगेट मिला था कि नहीं मिला।
लेकिन आप ये मानते हैं कि इतनी नसबंदी नहीं होना चाहिए?
हाँ, गाइडलाइन जो था उतना ही करना था।
और क्या इसमें जांच के बाद स्वास्थ्य विभाग ने और कुछ डिटेल्स मांगे हैं?
मतलब
स्वास्थ्य विभाग ने कुछ और जानकारी जुटाई है, यहाँ से मांगी है, कोई रिपोर्ट तलब की है?
हाँ, जानकारी तो यहाँ से मांगी, कितने केस हुए ये जानकारी भेज दी है।
अच्छा, अमूमन जो नसबंदी यहाँ होती है वो कितने दिन के गैप में, कब कब सिविल लगते हैं इस तरह के?
ये तो वीकली लगता है, लेकिन सर्जन की अवेलेबिलिटी नहीं होने की वजह से गैप भी हो जाता है या लंबा समय भी हो जाता है।
अच्छा, और यहाँ जो नसबंदी करते हैं वो डॉक्टर भी बाहर से प्राइवेट डॉक्टर बुलाए जाते हैं?
ऐसा नहीं कि प्रायोरिटी बुलाते हैं, जो नज़दीक सर्जन अवेलेबल हो अपने ज़िले में से आ सकता है उसको बुला सकते हैं, नहीं मिलने पे प्राइवेट भी बुला सकते हैं।
अच्छा, ये जो 13 तारीख को नसबंदी हुई इसमें कहाँ से डॉक्टर बुलाए थे?
उसमें बड़वानी के बताए जा रहे हैं।
प्राइवेट सर्जन?
जी।
Getting in some breaking news from Jammu right now, ladies and gentlemen. 2 policemen have been injured after being attacked by inmates of a juvenile home in Jammu. This is a story breaking on Republic TV. Initial details being picked up by our newsrooms. A gangster and 2 Pakistani inmates, 2 Pakistani juvenile inmates have escaped from the juvenile home in Arispura, Jammu. Policemen include an SPO head constable. They've been injured. A manhunt launched to nab the accused. 2 Pakistani inmates have escaped from a juvenile home. That's the headline. 2 Pakistani inmates have escaped from a juvenile home in Jammu. They have decamped with a pistol. Jammu police has sought details of all Pakistani juvenile inmates in jails, and the DGP is likely to reach the spot soon. We are told he's also headed there. And the police has sounded a high alert across Jammu after 1 gangster and 2 Pakistanis fled from this juvenile home. Let me go across to Jammu where Gursimran is live. Gursimran.
Evening when a gangster identified as Karanjit and along with 2 Pakistanis have fled from the juvenile home, and right now here you will see that the security has been beefed up. A high alert has been sounded all across Jammu to nab these 2 Pakistanis along with this Googie, Karanjit Googie, who is the gangster. He was involved in a shootout that has taken place in a broad daylight. He was apprehended and was kept at the juvenile home. We are told that this is Arispura juvenile home where 6 cops and 28 inmates were there. What they did, these inmates, they created a conspiracy. It was a pre-hashed conspiracy. They gave an impression that they are fighting with each other, and when the cops reached there, they all of a sudden attacked the cop. First, it was a physical assault followed by firing. Though the fire did not hit the cops, but we are told that they have gone with the pistol. Though this pistol is not of the J&K police, but what we are getting to know that they might have managed this pistol from somewhere. Here you will see that we are on way to Arispura, and here the security has been beefed up. because an alert has been sounded all across Jammu. So all the vehicles that are passing through are thoroughly being checked, because the security forces want to ensure that these three, that includes one local gangster, Gogi, Karanjit Gogi, who is from the Dablad area of Jammu, and two Pakistanis, they be apprehended at an earliest. DGP Nalini Prabhat is en route. He was just a couple of minutes before us. He passed this very checkpoint and he is heading towards Araspura. We are told that all other senior officials are also at the spot, and also the details have been sought from all districts, especially the border districts, that what were the details of their inmates, especially the Pakistanis they have sent to the juvenile home, so that details can be actually verified that who has escaped from this. But this is a major security breach, and also really very concerning that how this conspiracy was hashed, and these one gangster along with two Pakistanis, those who were in juvenile home, they have managed to escape, and that too with a pistol. Who gave them pistol? From where they procured this pistol inside a juvenile home? That is something really concerning. And two cops have been injured. We are told SPO Vinay and Head Constable Praveen, they have been injured, but the injuries are said to be stable. They are stable, what we are being told. We are told that Head Constable SPO Vinay has been sent to the GMC Jammu, while Head Constable Praveen is being treated at the sub-district hospital in Araspura. Niranjan.
Thank you for joining us with those inputs. That's a breaking story from Jammu, where two Pakistani juvenile inmates have escaped from a juvenile home. They've attacked two police officers. Two police officers are injured. An SPO and a constable reportedly injured. They've decamped with a pistol. That's the story breaking from Jammu this minute. Okay, so we'll take a break here on This is Exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. At 7:30, we have a special broadcast from the AI Impact Summit, one of the world's largest AI events being held in the national capital in Delhi's Bharat Mantapam. Republic TV is live from location. We're getting you a special report. Stay tuned.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
मेरी चिमनी टूट जाएगी। What are you doing?
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता, उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ, 8 मिनट में तैयार। क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा, आर प्योर मसाला।
Pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much that we don't participate in the World Cup. Then they put Shehbaz Sharif in front, and he said we've taken a clear decision not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 World Cup जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ेह स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने एक बड़ा सोच समझ के हमने स्टैंड लिया है और इस हवाले से हमें बांग्लादेश के साथ पूरी तरह खड़े होना चाहिए।
That's what he said 8 days back. Now he's changed his line 8 days later. Now he's saying that the government of Pakistan is now directing the Pakistan national team to play, to take the field on February 15 for the scheduled fixture against India in the T20 World Cup. Now viewers, my point is, let the Pakistanis do what the hell they want to do, who cares? But what is the BCCI doing? What is the ICC doing? What is Rajiv Shukla doing? What is this paid executive Sanjog Gupta doing? Why are we allowing Pakistan to do the U-turn? We should have never given them a long rope. We should have caught them and said, no, you said you're not playing, now you don't play. We should have embarrassed them. We should have made life hell for them. We should have reined in the Pakistanis. But no, you see in our country, some people are so desperate, like Rajiv Shukla, so desperate to play cricket with Pakistan. Why, Rajiv Shukla, do you want to play cricket with Pakistan? You have no history of cricket. But Rajiv Shukla says, we agree with the ICC. We cannot comment on what the ICC is doing. And then he says, BCCI has nothing to do with what Shehbaz Sharif is saying. Well, let me tell you, the ICC has given in to Pakistan. And I feel bad, this fellow, Sanjog Gupta, who is the ICC CEO, earlier was a TV executive, ladies and gentlemen, in the same company. Now, this man, Sanjog Gupta, puts out a statement trying to placate Pakistan, trying to placate Bangladesh. And now they are sitting on the negotiating table with Pakistan.